Hello, everyone. Thanks for stopping in. I'm here with Erika Bucio and Anna Ford today, and we're going to be talking about Measure 110 in Oregon. Hi, Erika. Hi, Anna.
Hi,
How we doing?
doing good. How about yourself?
Good, 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 good. Thank you both very much for coming on. I'm very excited about this measure. I think it's huge for progress in Oregon.
Well, first of all, Oregon is in the midst of an addiction crisis. Our state ranks nearly last out of all states in access to basic drug treatment, and also 1 in 11 Oregonians is addicted to drugs, and 1 out of 2 Oregonians die of drug overdoses on a daily basis. Sometimes while they're waiting to get treatment. Meanwhile, our current drugs can win lives based on a single mistake. Possession of even a small amount of drugs can land someone in jail and settle them with a lifelong criminal record that prevents them from getting a job, getting housing, applying for schooling loans, or even a credit card. So Measure 110 will shift Oregon away from a criminalizing addiction, but instead we will embrace an effective, humane, and health-based solution that works.
Right.
On their measure 110, instead of arresting people for possession of small amounts of drugs, Oregon will greatly expand access to drug treatment and recovery services for anyone who wants and needs them. And this will also be paid for by existing marijuana tax money. And this also includes establishing addiction recovery centers throughout the state immediately to assess the needs of people who are in need of these services, and also who anyone who wants them and needs them, but they won't have to pay for them. They will also be increasing the availability of services, including treatments that it's evidence-based, trauma-informed, and culturally responsive and patient-centered. Also, peer support and recovery services so people are able to remain clean and sober. And not just that, but housing, either stabilizing or transitional housing for people who are suffering with substance disorder, and also harm reduction interviews, including overdose prevention education and access to naloxone and hydrochloride and other drug education outreach. This act, just want to make it clear, does not legalize any drugs. It removes criminal penalties from low-level possession of all drugs, which are currently classified as misdemeanors, and they will actually be replaced with a fine. These fines can be waived by getting evaluated at an addiction recovery center, which will be made available in all parts of state as a 24/7.
Yeah.
And no changes made in the criminal code for delivery, manufacturing, and other commercial drug offenses. These offenses will remain at crime, not changes made for other crimes that may be associated with drug use, such as driving under the influence or theft
So it's mostly just possession, simple possession. If
of
somebody's a
small
user,
amounts.
right, right.
Yes.
That makes it. Question: has this ever been tried before? Is this a new idea? Do we have any examples to look at?
This act was based on the most successful models in other parts of the USA and around the world. The act was specifically for Oregon. In 2001, Portugal shifted its approach to treat addiction as a disease rather than a crime. The result, its overdose and HIV rates have decreased. Drug use has decreased. Drug
Right.
related crime has decreased. And law enforcement report higher rates on job satisfaction as they're more able to pursue on drug distribution channels and
Ah,
drug dealers.
right.
Um, and as opposed to other people using drugs, Portugal, it's able to spend less money in incarceration and saving lives. And also similar results have been found in Switzerland.
Oh,
So Measure 110 was written in collaboration with a team of drug policy experts at the Drug Policy Alliance.
Ah,
This has worked with drug policies countries, states, counties, cities, and around the world, including Oregon. More than 25 people in Oregon who work in the treatment addiction recovery provided input to this measure, along with many other experts on equity, economics, criminal justice, civil liberties, ballot measure campaigns, law, and Oregon state politics, and more.
wow. So there's a lot of research behind this. This isn't the first time thing at all. This is what Oregon needs.
Definitely. So changing the approach to incarceration and punishment, but instead it's going to be health and humane based, which we're hoping to see a change, and I'm sure
Helping
we will.
lives instead of ruining them. Keep putting a hand out instead of kicking someone when they're down, right?
Absolutely.
Now, there's a big question. Here's another one. Where is this going to cost a lot of money? Where's the funding going to come from?
So by the time of the act text takes effect, Oregon is expected to take about 146 million in marijuana tax revenue.
Oh,
Initially, the state estimated that marijuana legalization was fully implemented and the tax revenue would be between 17 and 40 million a year.
wow. Okay.
However, marijuana tax revenue has actually been much higher than that.
Right.
So it's great. This initiative only applies to marijuana tax revenue that's above 4 to 5 million. So the other 4 to 5 million will continue to go where it goes now, like schools, public safety, and drug addiction treatment and services.
Right. So it's not going to be taking all of it from the marijuana. It's going to be taking the extra that a lot
Exactly.
of the.
So when the marijuana was first legalized, they thought it was only going to take or it was only going to bring certain amount, but it turns out it's bringing a lot more. So why not? Let's do something with the extra.
It makes perfect sense too. It's the marijuana, and it should have never been illegal anyways.
Absolutely.
And now we're going to be able to get the people that are on the worst drugs, the bad stuff, the addictive stuff, and help them get their lives better. This is a wonderful thing. I'm so happy that we're able to do this in Oregon. I don't think we haven't had too much of this happening anywhere else in the country. I see that you talked about some of the other countries that have definitely showed that it can work with data. So can you explain to me in more detail how this measure could reduce racial disparities in the criminal justice system?
Absolutely. So about from 8 to 9,000 Oregonians are arrested every year in cases where simple drug possession is the most serious offense.
Oh, yeah.
According to the latest numbers from the Oregon Criminal Justice Commission, that's just equivalent to about an arrest an hour, which Black and Indigenous Oregonians are disproportionately targeted, unfortunately.
Right.
In Oregon, people use drugs about at the same rate, regardless of the race.
Right.
But people of color, unfortunately, are most likely to get arrested and charged and convicted with drug crimes.
Right.
And also, they're sentenced more harshly and forced to pay higher fines.
Right. I know that firsthand.
Yes, according to an independent government research in the Southern Oregon Secretary of State conducted in the Oregon Criminal Justice Commission. So those arrests and convictions will nearly be eliminated if Measure 110 passes.
Wow, that's amazing. So this is just helping everybody. This helps the entire state of Oregon. Everybody living here would be helped by 110. It's
absolutely.
Wow, this is great. So everybody out there, remember, Measure 110, it's going to be on the ballots, correct?
Yes, it's actually going to be on the ballot here in November. So go ahead and spread the word. Tell everybody this is a good thing. This is definitely going to benefit a lot of people. It's going to expand the services, and a lot of people, they won't have to pay for it, which is great. It's going to be available. It's going to be expanded. It's going to be available at not cost. So it's a great thing.
Right. And now it's a bipartisan. Addiction is everywhere. Like you said, this is the entire state. This isn't a red or blue issue. This is a healthier Oregon for all. What could people do if they want to get behind this and maybe help out, join in the movement?
Absolutely. Well, we have a web page If you guys, if anybody is interested, absolutely, they can sign up for volunteering for the campaign. We also have many volunteer opportunities available. You can go on the web page as well and just add your name to the list of supporters. You can share stories. You can write a letter to the editor, to your local paper, to share it with on our web page.
Wonderful.
You can like us and share us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
Right. So smash those like buttons right here. Go on over to 110 on Facebook. Share some of those posts around. Jump over there on Twitter. Give some smashes over there. Start talking to your friends and family. Remember, 110 in November, a healthier Oregon. More treatment, a better Oregon.
Absolutely. Pass the information on. Talk to friends, family, co-workers, anything, anybody that may need to know. Share on Facebook, like us on Instagram. Let's make this possible.
Let's make this possible. Thank you so much, Erika, and everybody involved in this. This is real progressive change. This is what we need to make a better world.
Thanks, Adam, for having us. And thank you, everybody, for taking the time to follow us and check this video out.
Have a great day.